Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's Timbeter webinar about how to learn to manage timber supply chain digitally. My name is Brian Gusser, and I'm the account executive for Timbeter. And this webinar is a part of the webinar series for Project for Precision forestry platform for logistics optimization, and it is funded by Estonian Norwegian cooperation program Green ICT, working with Norway grants and Enterprise Estonia. Throughout the presentation, if you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the chat, and we will do a Q&A at the end of the presentation. So let's get to it. So what Timbeter is, that our solution is a digital workflow management for timber supply chain. So you can take a picture in forest, and then we will do all the number calculations, give you the volumes, log counts, and GPS locations. And then all the data will be uploaded to our cloud computing platform, where it can be used for logistics optimization, for storage management, or then using the data for any ERP or financial system data management. So how we are capturing the data is very simple. So you firstly need to take a photo with your smartphone or tablet from a timber pile. Then we do all the number crunching, providing you with the GPS location, the log count, the volume, the diameter of each and every log, and then the density and many other metrics. The measurements and inventory data are available in real time in our cloud-based storage module. And through that, all the data can be very easily shared and traced throughout the logistics chain. So in more detail about how forestry operations can be managed with help of Timbeter. So firstly, you can basically control the whole supply chain with the help of our solution. So taking a measurement in the forest and then doing another one for the transportation. And after the logs have been transported to your depots, storages, or inventories, these can be measured. Then the post-production volumes, and eventually the transportation to end customer or transactions between parties. And then you will have control over the origin of the timber, the transactions with customers. Reporting is made very easy, both internal and external. Then the logistics and transportation is much more optimized. Then all the illegal activities can be eliminated through digital proof and transparent results. And sustainable forest management is something that we heavily support, and of course, the safety and working environment management. And here it shows Timbeter consists of two parts: the mobile application for making the measurements and processing the measurements, and then our cloud storage with capabilities for online inventory, reporting, and editing the measurements. And to our solutions or the application's functionalities. So firstly, the diameter measurement, probably our most commonly used feature, which is for obtaining the volume, log count, and diameters of each and every single log on the pile. So, and in addition to that, we provide the average diameter, and the calculation of volume happens according to the formula selected. We have more than 15 different formulas in our system, so you can find something that applies to your region. Then, of course, the diameter distribution and the range of diameters. Then the second key feature is the pile or contour measurement, which calculates the volume with the help of pile density coefficient. So you have two options there, whether the application or software will automatically contour the pile and show you where the borders are, or you can do it manually by marking it yourself. And the volume calculation is based on adding the air filling factor or pile density coefficient to the measurement. And then in addition to that, the heights of the pile are visible according to the distance that the user selects. Then the next functionality in Timbeter application is pile density measurement. This directly supports the previous contour measurement feature and helps you find and calculate the pile density coefficient for getting more accurate volumes, for example, for pulpwood or fieldwood piles. And then in addition to just providing the coefficient, this feature also does the volume calculation by diameter measurement, gives you the log count, the diameters of logs, and also the diameter distribution. And finally, the fourth key feature of the Timbeter application is truck measurement, which helps you determine the volume of each pack on the truck. So how it works is that you mark each pack on the truck, and then you can draw the heights on each and every one of them and apply the pile density coefficient. And through that, the volume is being calculated. And we provide the total volume for the truck, but also the volume for each pack separately. And this is the final result overview. And here for the diameter measurement. And information that we provide in the final result is the following, that you can see the file name, then the storage, where the measurement eventually will be uploaded or where it was taken, then the type of measurement, which can be uncategorized, incoming, outgoing, or inventory. Then the tree species, then of course the volume, and if pressed on the volume button there, then we will open up a table where you can see the volumes and counts and percentages for each assortment separately. And under that, the slider for only seeing a certain ranges of the diameter in the picture, then the average diameter for all the 170 logs here. And when pressed on that, we'll open up a tally sheet where you can see how many logs account for each diameter. Then of course the log count, the log length, the reference size, and the formula that was used for volume calculation. Then to the additional features of the application. Firstly, the QR codes detection. So Timbeter has capabilities to, in addition to logs, to detect QR codes and connect the QR code with each log. So how it works is that we are able to read the codes and color them distinctively to show, as in the picture, you see that the QR code tag logs are colored blue and all the others are colored green. And this way we link each code to the log, and it will help track the log to plantation or source. Then the next one is the diameter profiles, which helps users to see different diameter ranges and get separate results for them in one pile. So you can assign multiple assortments to one measurement and see the small, medium, or large size diameters instantly. And these will also be colored distinctively too. So you could visibly see what part of the pile consists of which assortments. And any oversized or too small diameters can be automatically set as defect logs. And as you can see from the final result, we are also providing the volume percentage of the volume and count for each assortment or low quality grade separately. Then to the loading tool, which is a feature that helps users optimize their loading activities and only load a certain amount of cubic meters from the pile. So we will show you exactly which logs you should load from the pile to the truck. And then the goal of this is to optimize the loading activity and reduce the times throughout the whole process and the truck idle times, so they can get back to the next destination quicker, or the raw material can get to production way quicker. And in addition to previous points, it also helps to avoid overloading the shipment. Then the next and probably our most used feature in the application and the data management side is the custom fields. So this enables our users to create custom fields that are fit for their operations. So any kind of additional information they need to connect with the measurements, they can create these and have fields for either singular values, or then also create drop-down menus for these. And this helps to manage data as efficiently as possible and help connect as much information to measurements in Timbeter, so you wouldn't have to look around anywhere else, and all the information is in one place. And if any kind of extra documents need to be connected to the measurements, such as, let's say, if you have paper tally sheets, or if you have truck transportation tickets, then you can choose the option from the application, add extra image, and just take a plain picture of basic whatever documents you need to add to the measurements. For example, here is an example of the truck ticket for transportation. And briefly more about the application, that it is available in 16 languages and works on any Android or iOS device with the minimum requirement of 8-megapixel camera. And it is very easy to use, very easy to get started with Timbeter, and data can be easily shared directly from the application. And in addition to that, it is possible to integrate via mobile API to your own systems. And then from the application to our cloud-based data management system side called storage module. So this is a cloud-based platform that provides real-time overview of the operations, enables measurement editing, the creation of instant reports, adding custom information in accordance to your company's needs. And all the measurements that are connected to one account will be uploading measurements to one account in the cloud too. So whether you have 5, 10, or 100 devices, all the measurements will be stored in one place. So you will have complete control over the operations. And this is the overview of our dashboard, including the filtering options, and then the list of your storages, or let's say depots or locations, which you can then see all on the map. And in addition to that, you can add manual measurements or share or edit the storage information. And of course, finally here, the active storage status, meaning that you can see the outgoing and incoming volumes from your depots or storages, and we will give you the difference for that. So you can see that how much inventory you have at any point in time. And this is the result overview on the storage module side. That firstly, we provide the coordinates and the location on map for the measurement. Then as the next thing, we showed the measurement results and metrics used for the measurements. Here, the measurement type, the wood type, the log length, then the volume calculation formula, reference size, the volume, and of course, if it's been edited, then we show the initial volume, and of course, the log count. Then the third thing is the tally sheet for the counts per each diameter, which also is available to be downloaded as an Excel file. And then the result overview can also be downloaded as a PDF. And finally, the image itself containing all the diameters or contours according to the feature that was used in the application for the measurement. Then the logistics overview. So this is our final development, the logistics module, which helps companies to optimize their transportation and trucks routes. So basically, you can see all the trucks that you have en route on the map, and then we show you the license plate number of these. Then you can enter the shipment number and the volume that is transported by this truck. And of course, you can see the measurement connected to it. And then the route of each individual truck that shows you the distance it has traveled, what was the time, and what were the regions or places it went through. That shows and helps to optimize the route for any next transportations. And the development of this feature was supported specifically by this project, or funded by this project. Then the editing features on the storage module will become very handy if it's not possible to do it on the application side and you wish to have a larger screen in front of you. Then on the desktop version, you can very easily edit the reference size, add, delete, or resize the logs, and adjust the density area to assure at all times that the measurers have done the correct results, and you can guarantee as accurate results as possible. Then to storage module additional features. Firstly, the reporting feature that provides you the log by log report with the option to add prices to different assortments. So basically, you can add as many measurements to this report as you want. And then we provide you the counts and volumes for each diameter range. And you can even add multiple assortments to this. And then the total volumes for all the assortments. And of course, eventually the total volume and count for all the measurements connected to this report. Then another feature is detection of duplicates. So our solution has a capability to find similarities in measurements. So we recognize when the measurement has been done from the same pile or part of the same pile, and then you can get reports for these that will help eliminate any double work and taking measurements multiple times to save as much time as possible and be as efficient as possible. Then any kind of organization specific data can be very easily added. And this data that you add in our cloud-based storage module will synchronize to the devices for the application users to start implementing in the measurements. So what you can add here is any storages, tree species, wood qualities, assortments, and reasons of defect that are not in our system by default. Then the option to add custom fields. Then all the account information, as mentioned before, is synchronized with the devices, and the users management and devices management is very easy. So you can add a new storage module user or add a new device user within a couple moments. And here is a more complete overview of how the synchronization works both ways. So firstly, from the device to cloud, all the measurements from different devices are uploaded. And then it provides a real-time overview of all the measurements made, then geotag, volumes, the piece counts or log counts, and the diameters. Then the active storage status for the inventory's purpose, then custom fields, then reports, a possibility to correct measurement, and integration via API. And then vice versa from cloud to device, all the company custom information that you add there, such as storages, tree species, assortments that consist of tree species, wood quality, log length, and price. So you can basically, by choosing the assortment in the application, you can fill out 3 fields in one. Then the diameter classification or ranges, then the defect management, user management, and connecting new devices or removing old ones from the account. And it is also very easy integration via API from Timbeter to connect it with your existing accounting or ERP systems via public API and pull the data from our system to yours. And recently, we also started a partnership with SAP. And here to some of the key benefits that Timbeter provides, firstly, is time efficiency. That on an average, our user saves 10 to 15 times more time compared to manual measurements. So it's 10 to 15 times quicker. Then the part of digitalization that users can basically forget about using paper and start having all their data and measurement data in digital form. Then, of course, the transparency, having geolocation and digital proof always available. Then cost efficiency. Timbeter is a very cost-efficient solution in a way that provides very more accurate results and through all the factors provides very high returns of investment. Then, of course, reduction of human error, as we are certified for the error margins from 1.5% down to 0.5%, which is significantly lower than the industry average. Then, of course, the prevention of illegal logging, then heavily supporting sustainability, then the traceability of the material through geotag, then logistics planning through our logistics module and digital data, then fair trade, avoiding any kind of disputes as the proof is always there. Of course, increasing the employee safety as they don't have to spend much time near the material that they're dealing with or the heavy machinery. And of course, the waste reduction of any kind of, let's say, paint or other wasteful resources that are used in operations. And here are our three current products. So firstly, Timbeter, our standard version and most used one that provides log measuring process to be quicker and more accurate, and providing tools for measuring diameters, piles and truck volumes, and pile density coefficient in less than 3 minutes. Then Timbeter container, which is the solution solely designed for container exporters and trading companies who measure timber in containers and can organize their bills of lading and exchange information within our system in real time with their customers overseas and keep control of the sales, and through that reduce any downtime to any kind of external effects, and also manage the documentation way easier. And then the log counter, our most simple product for within a minute or two having log count of pile of 50 or 500 and have the result instantly. And especially this is useful for pole companies or companies who want to measure large quantities within a few moments. And we are also certified by several then measuring organizations and certification organizations around the world. So firstly, MetroCert, the Central Office of Metrology in Estonia, then Biometria, the Swedish Forest Measurement Association, and SESMEC SA, part of Bureau Veritas Group, which is the world leader in testing, inspection, and certification services. And here is also a map of our presence around the world. Timbeter is used a lot in many countries and in every continent of the world. And to some of our customers' use cases. So firstly, by Green Resources, which is a Norwegian forestry company that operates in Uganda, Tanzania, and Mozambique in Africa, having more than 1,500 employees. And they started using Timbeter in 2021 and are mainly implementing this for their plantation inventory management, measuring trucks and industrial poles. So, and what they have achieved through a year of using Timbeter is increased accuracy and measurement speed and increased efficiency in their logistics chain. And they eliminated the delay in the loading process. And when it comes to employees, they decreased the travel time or distances of scalers by 50% and increased the scaling team's safety by not having to physically handle the logs. Then they improved their reporting by digitalization and shifted completely to paper-free system, as all the data is available digitally. And when it comes to transactions and customer relations, then they completely eliminated any disputes about volumes through transparent and easily shareable results. Then to Latin America, cmpc Chile, which is the largest forest products company in Latin America, operating in 8 countries, having more than 15,000 employees and a revenue of $5.1 billion US dollars. They started using Timbeter in 2017 and are using Timbeter throughout the whole supply chain. And their results were that they managed to save a lot of time compared to manual measurements. So now they're doing measurements 15 times quicker compared to previous methods. Their annual projected saving throughout the country of their operations that use Timbeter is 1.2 million US dollars annually and increasing constantly. Then their return on investment from using Timbeter was 11.5 times. Then with the help of Timbeter, they provided transparency to the supply chain. And in total to this, they have saved 100+ tons of paint, which is more than 50% of their annual spray paint usage. Then they increased the safety of employees, reduced exposition to nearby machinery, are planning their logistics way better, and then of course the digitalization part and going paper-free. Then to export companies, Georgia Exports Company, that is the largest independent exporter of yellow pine from Southeast US to China, operating since 2012. And they are operating in 7 log yards and started using Timbeter in 2017 in all of them. And they're using it for measuring incoming trucks and using Timbeter container for container exports. Then their time saving was the same, 15 times quicker compared to manual methods. And they managed to save 2 employees work hours per log yard. So in total, 14 people, including yard workers and data processing people. Their return on investment from using Timbeter was very significant, so 22 times. And thanks to digital proof, they have less disagreements with buyers overseas, have significantly increased the safety of them employees, having automated reports created for their bills of lading and containers. And of course, they increased the customer satisfaction to data being available in real time. And then the new forest company, which is forest company operating in Uganda, Tanzania, and Rwanda in Africa, having more than 1,300 employees, revenue of more than 70 million US dollars. And they started using Timbeter in 2019 and using it for inbound and outbound trucks and stock taking. And their results have been increased accuracy and measurement speed. And also through digital proof, they are preventing fraud and theft. And having complete overview of their inventory statuses by following the active storage status for inbound and outbound trucks. Then the third-party auditing process has gone more streamlined with remote access to the data from basically everywhere in the world and increased the safety of the employees. And of course, we support companies accomplishing their sustainable development goals in the following topics. And here's our mission, that Timbeter is a global solution for efficient, transparent, and data-driven supply chain management. And our mission is to save the essential and limited resources in the forestry, trees, labor, and driven miles. And I thank you very much. All the questions are highly welcome now. And from here, you can also get our contact information. So you get in contact with us for any follow-up questions. And of course, the presentation will be shared with everyone after this webinar.